Welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a look at my Hofner. My name's Alex Wilson and I do session work and touring guitar work and some other stuff, but yeah, I just want to make a quick video going over this. One of the reasons I bought this guitar is, like I said, I do some session stuff and not a lot, but a little bit here and there. And this guitar just gives such a unique sound. It's unlike any of my others in my collection. First off, I don't have anything that's semi-hollow or hollow, so that's a nice change. Also, it has this big vibrato on here, which is very useful for some, I don't know, just some more moody type vibe stuff. I know, very technical term there. I'll get you a couple close-ups real quick. Boom. So yeah, here's the headstock. I have no idea what model it is. I bought this from a guitar shop and, well, real quick, look at that fretboard. I love this like rosewood. It's really, I don't know. It's an older guitar, I think. I really don't know much about it other than it's a Hofner and I got it for a deal that I couldn't refuse. And also this was a refinish, they told me at the guitar store. It has Hofner branded pickups in there. Gorgeous red color. I don't even mind that it was a refinish. Makes me wonder what it looked like before. And part of me wonders, you know, if I play on this thing enough, will the original finish start to show through, which that'd be pretty awesome. Here's the back. Got some Grovers on there. They're not even screwed in, so that's kind of weird, but whatever, they're working. Oh yeah, and I have my little, this is just nice for keeping things a little bit cleaner. Sometimes it's a vibe having this thing off and just letting it be all jankly sounding, but for certain stuff, if you want to clean it up a little bit, get one of these guys. And then here's the tremolo, big old thing. Here's some of the switching capabilities. It can be pretty fun to just put these switches in random places and see what you get. And then these knobs actually were sent to me by Guyker. So I have an affiliate link in the description. I think you get like 10% off if you use my code, Alex Wilson. It's just my name. Don't forget, it has 2 L's in there. But this video itself is not sponsored. I already did a little video, like a little short over these knobs. Pretty cool knobs. And then here's the back of the guitar. I really like the red or maroon, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm not going to try to make this too long, but, and then if you look at the side here, it's kind of interesting, the separation right there. I mean, it just goes all the way through, which is a little bit sketchy. Like, I do not think I'm going to ever fly with this. I think this is a leave it at home, get some cool sounds out of it, and just baby it. I feel like if this thing fell over, or like even if it was in the case and fell over, then it might break. So it feels like a fragile instrument, so probably not going to travel much with this. Before I get to playing this thing, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit of the background. I was in Kansas City. It was a day or two before I was flying out to California for some recording sessions. And, you know, I was just looking at music stores, seeing what they had. I walked into one and I was trying out a couple things and also doing a couple of those like buy or pass videos. And I saw this just sitting there on a stand unmarked. Everything else had a price tag on it and this didn't. And I was like, Also, I've been listening to a lot of medium build at the time, still do, and I really like some of the clanky, like jangly, Hollowbody type tones, and I think that's pretty hard to get with a normal humbucker guitar. You know, you can do so much with plugins and amps and stuff, but to get that like round, full, jangly, weird, like Hollowbody thing, I feel like you just need that guitar. You know, plugins can only do so much. So I was kind of in the market for something like this. And yeah, I saw this sitting there and I asked the guy that was working, I was like, hey, how much is that Hofner? And he walked over, picked it up, took a look at it, and he's like, dude, I actually don't even know. I would have to ask the owner of the store, but we're getting ready to close in like 15 minutes. And so I was like, dang, okay, well, you know, take my number down. This might be something I'm interested in. And at the time I was looking to not spend that much money. I probably shouldn't have even been buying a guitar, to be honest. But I was like, you know, what the heck? What does it hurt to just have them call me and let me know how much it is? So I fly to LA. I'm there for a day or two. And then I get a call from the music store. And the guy calls me and says, hey, we got that guitar in with like 1 or 2 others. And, you know, We're pretty sure it's a refinish. It's an older guitar. It needs some work. It's not perfect. We'd be happy to sell it to you with new strings, a setup, cleaning, and a gig bag for $200. And so I sat there for a second. I was like, $200? That's like the gig bag and a setup alone plus strings. That's what I was thinking in my head. I'm like, dude, that is so worth it. So right then and there, I told him on the phone, I was like, yeah, here's my credit card info. And I bought the thing. I don't really know why they let it go that cheap. All the electronics work, the knobs work. It's not scratchy or annoying, and it doesn't make a lot of noise. I mean, some of the settings are a little bit noisy just because it's inherent in an older guitar. Some of the frets can buzz out a little bit, but again, this is more of a texture tool for me rather than like a perfect guitar that I'm going to be using live everywhere. This is just so I have something else to add when I'm sending parts remote. Also, it's just so fun to play. It's a very easy playing guitar. Right now I have it set up in DAD, GAD. Pretty fun tuning to mess around in. But yeah, I was like, $200? And I shouldn't have been buying a guitar at the time, probably not. But for $200 with the bag, with strings, and a setup, and cleaned, how could I not? So that's why I feel like earlier when I was saying I don't know the model number and much about it, normally you'd want to do your research and know what you're doing. I just didn't see how I could be out for $200. Plus, I've already done like 10 to 15 recordings with this guitar, and I've gotten compliments on how it sounds, and not just from like my peers, but from people I look up to. So I'm like, okay, sweet. It actually does sound good to other people. I like how it sounds, so that's good enough. But it always is nice to have some other people be like, yeah, like I'm hearing what you're hearing. And I mean, that just goes to show too that there's still really good deals out there, even at music stores. You know, there's great pawn shop deals here and there, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. You just got to be careful with those because you're meeting strangers, not a business, but it's just like an individual in some parking lot. But yeah, there's still some good deals to be found out there at music stores. Doesn't hurt to pop in. And this one just so happened to not have a tag on it or anything. I'm still not sure why they let it go for that cheap. At the time, this YouTube channel, like the shorts get a good amount of views, but at the time, I think this YouTube channel had like under 1,000 subscribers. I didn't even mention the channel. There was no like, hey, if you cut me a deal, none of that. I was just a guy who walked in there, said, hey, that's a cool guitar. How much is it? There was no, for this deal, or if you give me this % off, nothing. But yeah, really great store. If you guys stick around, I will drop the name of the store in another video. Oh, it's such a fun tuning. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a cool Hofner. Feels like a very fragile instrument. I'm going to be careful with it. Oh yeah, actually, check out this pick. This is a felt pick. And if you've never used a felt pick before, it's pretty fun because you get a lot less attack. And it's interesting to use a felt pick because some of the producers that I write for, they want a more lo-fi muted tone. And you'd be surprised at how much just a pick like this helps. So yeah, I don't know if this is going to pick up on this mic, but in the felt pick. Normal pick. One more time. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's a video. I just noticed earlier that my mic was flipped around, so I'm sorry if the audio is a little bit different in some of the clips, but it is what it is. This is not a big budget production. This is a very low budget production, and I barely know what I'm doing. So I'm going to play on this guitar now. Appreciate you watching, and hope to see you in the next one.